constitutional issue. The First Amendment guarantees the right to free speech, peaceably assemble, redress the government for grievances, and you can't simply... Yes. I see that, but we're on in a moment. Hold on. Yeah, this way then.
What am I doing?
Just stand over there.
And do what?
Look pretty. We're being paid to look pretty. Yeah, so... Right, but you cannot sidestep the Constitution and cloak it in public safety laws and curfews. Yes, but... Right. Yes, I understand. You're the boss. Gotta go, we're almost done. Ready?
I'm ready.
Are we going with the constitutional stuff?
Go with the arrest angle in 3, 2.
More than 100 protesters were arrested last night for violating a city ordinance and refusing to obey a police order. A police spokesman said that all those arrested had been warned in advance but refused to comply and were subsequently arrested. The protest has seen a multitude of arrests, but so far, no violence.
And we're out.
Fine.
Bex? Oh God, Bex, it's good to hear your voice. What? Becky, no. Becky, I don't want to be alone tonight. Please. What is happening?
People over profits, occupy Chicago. People over profits, occupy Chicago. People over profits, occupy Chicago. People over profits, occupy Chicago.
Hey!
Huh?
Bill! I had to be sure I was at the right honking.
I think I'm having a heart attack.
I mean, maybe you froze to death and were stuck to the bench. Then you could haunt me. That's kind of funny. Hey, why the long face?
Get away!
Sooner we get this over with, pal, the easier it is for all of us.
Is this a mugging? I'll call a cop.
Dude, I told you, this is a haunting, well, of sorts. I mean, a real haunting, be awesome. In these stories, we can't just haunt and spook. We've got benchmarks, goals, productivity. You know, somehow we have to make this positive for you, but it was nice to hear you scream a little. Thanks for that. Continue right here.
Either I'm dreaming, or you're drunker than I am.
I told you. This is a haunting. I'm a spirit, a specter, a spook, a poltergeist, an apparition. I could go on.
Okay, let's say I believed you, even for a second. What type of spirit are you?
I come from the year 2003, a magical world of American Idol and 2.5 Men. Charlie Sheen was still normal. We felt a fear factor, not knowing what wonders Jackass still held in the future. We had Audio Slave and R. Kelly, and Republicans still liked the Dixie Chicks. Huh. White guys never shaved their heads unless they were being arraigned. And the Department of Homeland Security made us feel safe again. You know, except when we came into contact with people from Homeland Security, am I right? And 11 million worldwide protested the invasion of Iraq, but got a third of the press plus 22 Tea Partiers at a Denny's in 2011. Remember those days, Josh?
People grow up.
Get up here.
I'm fine right where I'm at.
Don't make me go all spooky on you. Let yourself go. We are going to take a little trip into the past. Behold.
Boy, sure is cold here in Valley 4.
What's this?
Sorry, a little too far back. That illustrates a good point. They were fighting the same thing as the occupied people. Think the British supporting corporations over the colonials. Check it out. Another good thing about 2003, people still read books.
Ain't buying it.
Look.
No blood for oil! 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 No blood for oil!
Look, Josh, there must be 10,000 protesting the war. They're saying millions around the planet.
They can't ignore us now. There's just too many of us.
God, we are really living history.
Affecting it, changing it.
Sometimes I wish we could stay like this. How we are right now? Forever.
What if we could? What if we got married like we talked about? How crazy would that be?
Right now? While we're still in school?
Sure, why not?
I want to say yes, but what about my dad? His health isn't good and he can't take care of that old house alone.
He shouldn't have to. He could sell the house and move into one of those assisted living facilities.
He was born in that house. I was born in that house. It would break his heart to leave it after all the work he and my mom put into it.
But he's alone now, except for you. And don't you deserve your own life? Can you really see us living in the same house as your dad?
Why not?
You're serious?
Josh, please, I don't like this side of you.
Which side? Practical? Rational rather than emotional? He'd be cared for. He'd be safe. Kate, you have to be logical about this.
I am being logical and moral, Josh. My dad needs me. If you want to be with me, you'll understand that. I can't just abandon him to some retirement home. If you can't, then I don't know.
You're looking at this the wrong way, and I don't think you're in a position to make a clear decision here.
And I suppose you are.
Well, yeah, I think I am, yeah.
And I guess that's because you're the
Well,
man?
no, but I'm not as emotionally attached. Without that, there's just all this emotional, feel-good chaos. I know you love your dad. He's a great man, but he's got his life and we deserve ours. How can you not see that?
Josh, you can't put me in that position. Please don't make me choose between you and my dad.
Just think about it. Is it really so hard to see? I like your dad, but is it practical for us all to live in the same house? You can't really think that that's a good idea. Kate, be rational about this.
I am being rational for all my emotional feel-good chaos. Maybe you're the one with your logic and distance who is wrong.
I can't live like that, Kate.
Then I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you. And for us.
Kate, wait!
That was painful to watch.
Maybe I came on a little strong, but I stand by everything I said.
Very heroic. Sure, it was worth sacrificing your one true love, right? Instead, you ended up with the Queen of Silicone, who is deeply and passionately in love with your 401k.
Any sane guy would die to be with a woman like Becky.
Would she die to be with you if you didn't have a gold card and a six-figure income? Josh, poor butthead. Hey! Calls him like I sees him.
Where'd she go? What's in that bottle?
Do you have $1?
Who are you?
I'm the ghost of Christmas present. Christmas right now.
Then why do you need $1?
For the bus?
You're a spirit.
Yeah, but I got a big quota to get through, and being a spirit don't pay too well, so if you could learn your lesson quickly, that'd be a really big favor. And I do really need that dollar.
I had less trouble from you guys on Halloween.
Yo.
All right, where are we going?
Oh, we don't need to go anywhere. We're staying right here. 6 months ago.
Okay. I'm so glad your mother isn't here to see this. It would just break her heart to be put out of her own house.
You'll be okay, Dad. One of my girlfriends said we could sublet her studio until we get back on our feet. We'll be all right.
I can't saddle you with all my medical bills and now this? You're entitled to your own life, sweetheart. You're supposed to be getting married and having your own babies. I'm having to take care of me.
Hey, nonsense. After Mom, it was just you and me, and that's the way it's gonna be.
You're all I have left. I wanted so much for you. I wanted you to have the house one day. Your mother and I saved so much. And she passed away, and I got so sick. Now there's nothing. I am so sorry, Kay.
Dad, I've got you, and that's everything. The economy will come back, and I'll find a decent job with insurance, and things will get better. You'll see.
All right, enough. Really, Kay? Who put you up to this? All that's missing is Tiny Tim hobbling in on a pair of crutches.
They can't see or hear you, Josh.
All that's missing is a puppy or a pie. Kay pulls out of the oven right as the sheriff comes to evict her.
When did you get so cold? They took out a second mortgage to pay for his medical expenses, and once the economy turned south, they couldn't make the payments, and the house got foreclosed.
I feel bad for him. I feel bad for Kay, but he signed a contract with the bank, and the bank deserves its money back. Am I the only one who sees this?
It's not about the bank. It's not even about the money. It's about whether we live in a society that values the dignity of people, or whether we live in a machine where people are secondary and inconsequential.
The world is a machine. And as sad and heartless as that may be, that's reality.
Banks, money, economies, entire markets, they're made by people to serve people. It's all make-believe, and it's obviously not serving people, or there wouldn't be those on the streets.
How about rules? Without them, where would we be?
Why don't you ask Kay? Or better yet, her father? Or any of the other people struggling to feed their families and stay in their homes while a handful grow fat and rich? What happened to you? You used to believe in a better world. You used to work to make a better world. With Kay?
People change. They grow up. I grew up.
Grew up? Or gave up? That's my bus. Good luck, Josh.
Finally, someone normal. Do I know you?
I hope so. I'm me. I mean, you. Us. Me and you.
Now I'm totally confused.
I'm you, pal. Well, an older you. 30 years older to be exact.
Of course. Why wouldn't you be? I must be the crazy one.
You mind if I sit? Of course you don't.
So, you're the ghost of Christmas yet to come.
Well, I drew the short straw in the spirit lottery, and I got to be you if you remain the same self-centered bonehead you are today.
You don't even look like me.
Budget cuts. It's tight everywhere. We're doing the best we can, but it's like my colleagues told you. This is about you, not about us.
Okay, fine. So what? You're gonna show me as a pathetic miser? Or show me some lonely grave with nobody there to mourn me? Or maybe some kid who won't get the operation unless I change my ways? I've had it. You guys win. Put me in a higher tax bracket. Confiscate my property. Lop off my head. Just leave me alone. So, shock and dismay me. Shake me to the core, Casper. Just get it over with already.
I have nothing really. Except for one last thing I want you to see. Look.
Remember this spot?
Of course. 2011. Seems like a lifetime ago.
I don't want to see this.
I think we made a difference.
Leave that to history to decide.
Really, I'm begging you, I don't want to see this.
Do it all over again to be with you. Would you? I wore you down. I knew I would eventually.
Really? What's the point? This is torture.
Just listen.
Funny, isn't it? We never know what life has in store for us.
What? They're together. That's that. They seem happy enough. I couldn't want anything more for her. Ow! What was that for?
What do you see?
We were so crazy, day and night on that corner, demanding a better world. You made it bearable when things got tough. When it rained, when those bankers would yell at us, or when those traders dumped McDonald's applications on us.
Or when you got out of jail.
It was you, Kay. It was always you.
I figured you'd show me how he became a drunk. Or lost it all gambling. He's a decent guy. She deserves a decent guy after what I did. Ow! Really? Stop that.
You really are a bonehead. Right now, she's thinking about you, Josh. She wanted you. She wanted you to apologize. You let her go and she got away. It's a broken heart she never really got over.
Why me?
Why do two people fall in love?
I wish I knew.
We should get home to the grandkids. We have to get the presents out for tomorrow.
I wanted to apologize. I really did, but I just couldn't manage that first step. As time passed, it just became easier to justify the passing days rather than that initial indiscretion. Every day, it was just further and further. The distance was just greater and greater. You know? So, what happens to us?
You and me, we get another bank job. We become even more cutthroat just to get even for being fired on Christmas Eve. That Crowley guy who fired us tonight, he ends up working for us. We sack him out of spite just to get even. You make a fortune, you marry Becky. She's cheating with the pool guy. And her yoga instructor. And the hot cop that pulled her over for speeding last week. Yeah, but you'll never know because you're never home. God, it's been days since you've even talked to the kids. But they don't really care because you've never been a part of their lives either.
That sounds awful.
There was always another deal, another acquisition. Greed was our drug, our addiction, Josh.
So how does it all end for us?
In this life, and spoil the look on your face when you find out, not a chance.
Can I ask you a question?
I'll do my best.
What would have happened if we'd never had that fight?
You still would have been fine. You're a smart kid and a hard worker, Josh.
Banking? Finance?
You run a credit union. Yeah, you made a difference. You never got rich, but Kay gave you 3 beautiful children. And how they all loved you. They were all there with you when you passed quietly from this world. Everybody came to the funeral. Not because they wanted a piece of your estate, but because you meant something to each and every one of them, far beyond money.
Is it too late?